welcome to Drive Time with her. So what I want to do my best to be clear and concise and linear about is a report, update report about the resource raising campaign that I launched. I don't know, maybe it's been a month now. I wish I would look at the dates, but I keep forgetting. But anyhow, this was what happened. Jeanette and I recorded this incredible video when we were down in Eugene. It was all about crown chakra, and she does a chakra clearing, she's a crown chakra clearing and calling in the resources, and it's really beautiful because the sun's sitting right on her head. And it was related to Gene Keys 38, which is struggle and perseverance, and then ends in the city of honor. So that video is fantastic. But one of the earlier shorts I made off of it was specific to the crown chakra calling in the resources meditation, about less than a minute. I got that edited, whatever, I posted it. And then shortly after that, I posted our resource raising, where I was like, hey, we really need some help. I'm working on a fundraising campaign, but it's kind of urgent. And so I put a bunch of different options, like cash cards, gas cards. We both need new equipment or newer equipment. And so I put a link to a refurbished computer for myself. Just kind of like that kind of stuff. So what has come of that is really pretty fucking amazing. Almost immediately, my fairy godmother ordered and sent me the computer that I had linked. Now I just wish I had linked something just slightly newer, but that's okay. It worked. So yeah, within minutes I had that. Within the first week, Jeanette had also received at least $100, perhaps more. Definitely we do need more financial resources, but so much abundance has come. Okay, so my computer. Then Jeanette's son, who had tried to give her a computer quite a while ago, but she's like, no, I'm dying, don't you just keep it. Anyway, he's like, here, take the computer now. He brought it to her on Mother's Day. So now we both have newer computers and both have way more capacity with those devices because they're faster and they can handle what we want to do. And so we have both been gifted many hours of literal time just by not having to waste so much, as well as a significant reduction of frustration, because it's fucking bonkers when you have to wait for every single thing, right? Anyway, so that's huge right there. And someday I'll have an assistant or somebody who will tabulate the value of all of this stuff, because that's one of the ways that I want to demonstrate how you can live a truly abundant experience of life without spending a ton of cash. And this is just one example where I've asked for, hey, we would love financial resources. However, it's actually more important that we do resource raising. If you got an old computer, an old device, that you want to hand me down, that's awesome. If you want to donate some of your time, that's incredible. But anyhow, back to the results. So yeah, okay. Next, my pet sit that I was on that weekend. I don't know when that cut me off. I had an alarm. Anyhow, I was at a pet sit. It was a very generous friend. It's really awesome. And she recently got a job. So she's like, you know what? I was going to sell these things, but you can have them and do whatever you want with it. One of them was a crown chakra crystal bowl. I've always wanted a crystal bowl. Never felt like it was something that was, top of my list of disposable income. And so that was amazing. So now that sits in our living room on one of our main altars. It's so beautiful. I like to stick my head over it and gong it. Anyhow, so that was extremely generous. Then, God, I know there's a lot and I'm probably forgetting some of it. Oh, now we received new client. So a client from one of the dance communities, Fern Hill, they had seen our ad up there a while back. They probably may have seen our email in Sacred Circle too. And their pet sitter unfortunately was like, you know what, you have a housemate now. I don't want to sit at your house. And so this person called us and we got to practice a relational economy kind of transaction. I quoted her a price that was lower than, our market rate, but still, it was outside of this person's range. And, you know, so we had a conversation about it, and we were able to come to an agreement that felt really good to both of us. They have a gorgeous house. Jeanette was really looking forward to the sit. It's a dog that she actually, you know, will be able to safely walk. You know, I have to be real mindful about that. There's a hot tub, like it's amazing, and it's getting Jeanette out of there today, which is the 23rd of May, and that's going to put over $1,000 in our business pockets. Almost all of it goes to Jeanette, but I'm keeping a little bit because that I'm the one who's running the whole business part. So that was a huge win, new client, and new connection with somebody in the community that I can imagine us having an ongoing connection with, you know, whether it's as a pet sitter or not. Huge right there. My housemate, one of my housemates is moving out. Unfortunately, his, you know, like whatever, he's moving out. And so it turns out that Jeanette's lease was up in June. So guess what? Jeanette is moving in. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Jeanette is moving in. We're gonna be able to do so much more because we won't spend so much time motherfucking driving. Holy fucking shit, I'm looking forward to a whole lot less driving and a lot less time spent in that way. She spends so much time just getting from here to there, and it's fucking exhausting. But she's gonna move into my house, and so we'll be able to help her and support her in all kinds of other ways I haven't been able to do. Sure, her rent is going down, so that's a big benefit, yay. We're also gonna put it in our fundraiser for Healing House, so we'll see how that goes. But anyhow, Jeanette is moving in. We'll be able to do more work together in smaller chunks. Holy crap, I'm so excited. So I'm going to go pick her up right now and take her to acupuncture. Yeah, he's giving it to her for, he's not charging her right now because she cannot afford it, but and he's so very generous in that way. And someday it'd be nice to be able to send him a check, you know, like, hey, thanks for all of those. Thanks for not needing payment right at the time of service. We appreciate that. And he wouldn't mind, I'm sure, if Jeanette was never able to give him more money. He'd be like, this is my work. Oh yeah, okay. So then there was this great guy that we just recently met through our friend Larry. We have these monthly community like support circles, and Larry brought a couple of his housemates. One man named John, who is some sort of myofascial like therapist. Like I can't remember exactly what it's called, but he's like, Jeanette wasn't there, and I was telling her story, and he said, I want to give to her. Get us in touch. I want to give her a session. So she got a free session from him, and she said, oh my God, I have slept better than in so long. So that's amazing. And now we have a plan to go back and see John on Monday for her to have another session and for us to record it. That's gonna be fucking awesome. So that was huge. Okay, the air scrubber. So a while back, Troy Deleuze loaned me one of their air scrubbers. They thought, well, maybe it'll be able to handle this smell in your house. But since we weren't able to remove the source of the smell, it didn't work in this case. But it's not the air scrubber's fault, because then I took it to that pet sit that I was at, and unfortunately they have a little bit of fragrances in their house, and it happens to be the kind that really kicks my ass, even in a small amount. Air scrubber to the rescue. I had taken my HEPA filters there multiple times, and even with multiple HEPA filters and a whole complicated system, for whatever reason, they weren't taking care of it. So the air scrubber did. Yeah, that was so fucking awesome. Then Jeanette and I wanted to spend some time together, but it was too exhausting for her to try to come over to my place, and I didn't have the capacity to drive out to her place. Well, no, I did. That's right. So they have some smells in her house, and so I hadn't been able to like just go hang out with her in quite a while. And so I'll bring a HEPA filter and see and bring the air scrubber. We turned the air scrubber on first because Troy said you don't want to run both of them. They work differently, and it's just so anyhow. We put the air scrubber in and we take off for a little while and go to the woods and come back, and definitely notice the difference in the freshness of the air, and I was comfortable being in the room. I left it there, and she had just gotten done telling me that she would have allergy attacks like every day and was taking Benadryl every night, and I was alarmed. And so like, let's see what the air scrubber does. It's supposed to help with mold. Let's see what happens. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't take Benadryl and I slept better than I have in a long time. And so that was like her first check-in after a few days with the air scrubber. And then yesterday, she's like, I don't know what I was thinking. I turned it off and I couldn't sleep and I felt miserable until I turned it back on and almost immediately felt better. So that's a huge fucking win right there. Let's see. What am I forgetting? I mean, it's amazing. Like there's so, oh yeah. Okay. So, you know, Jeanette, Brian helped Jeanette put in her notice with her kids. Just, you know, it's a tough it could have been a tough conversation. It went fine. And since I'm picking her up right now, she will go straight through. This sit goes until June 14th, and on June 14th, she moves to her next sit, which goes until June 25th. Holy fucking shit. And then she can move in with us. So she's getting paid until the 25th, and then she gets to move in with us. Ah, so exciting. So June's fucking awesome. I've had some other like really awesome experiences where I've gotten to spend quite a bit of time talking to my daughter, and just so turns out that the dates she wants me to help her with some moving and cleaning after moving happens to line up with the dates that I'm already in that town for a pet sitting gig. So awesome, so perfect. So I'll take a couple deep breaths and see if I can remember something else. Oh, I've been offered opportunities to make additional income and to replace at least part of my Lyft driving income. So that will end up being an extraordinary opportunity, because not only does it force me to put some thought into exactly how much would I need to make in order to not feel pressured to drive Lyft and be able to do it either not at all or just in inspired action. We've decided in our household that it takes more time to really keep it at the state of clean we genuinely, at least several of us genuinely want. It takes more time than, you know, the housemates that we currently have are available for. I mean, one of them is almost never home, so obviously she's not, you know. And so anyhow, we decided, okay, well, we need a backup of somebody who's doing it, you know, more as a job, so that you know, it gets done. So anyhow, she asked, what, you know, could it be you? And I actually brought it up first, actually. I'm like, you know, I would be totally happy to do it. And it would help defray some of my costs of not being out driving. And so, yeah, we're talking to my housemate about, she hates cleaning her bathroom. And I'm like, I'll totally do it if you want to pay me. And she does. And so, yeah, I have an easier income opportunity that I can fit in wherever and whenever I've got the capacity to do it. So who knows how much that'll end up being. And it like doubles, because when I don't have to go get in my car to drive strangers around, I mean, when I do, I use like double the amount of energy and attention and executive functioning that I would if I was doing something I'm excited about